Hello everyone, Vince here again with some more Grid Legends content. Thanks to EA, I have access to the brand new story mode Driven to Glory, partly inspired by Netflix's Drive to Survive. I introduced this feature in my last video, which I will put a card up for in the upper right hand corner now. In this story mode, you are an up-and-coming driver in a documentary about a small, fledgling racing team on the grid, Seneca Racing. This 8 to 10 hour story is shown to you with live action footage played by real actors who worked on the game Ghost of Tsushima. Currently, I'm able to show you the first 45 minutes of the story, and I will have a link to some more gameplay at the end of this video, so stick around for that. After the introduction to the story, I will let you know what I think about this new mode. And this first build is 6 events, pretty much setting up the basics for the story. And I will also have another video linked at the end showing everything we know about Grid Legends as a whole, so stick around also for that. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out when I finally get my review copy and can provide some more in-depth feedback. And FYI, I did use a Logitech G923 for all the racing footage captured for the video. Let's get started. So the story starts off in 2020, and Seneca Racing is having a lot of trouble getting off the ground. The team principal, Marcus Sado, introduces himself and gives you his philosophy for leading a team. He believes in character and making the best of any situation life gives you. He currently has a #1 driver, but has had plenty of bad luck with his second driver. He wouldn't be described as a normal team principal. He runs his own team according to his own set of principles and seems to be a great salesman, but his techniques have not yet brought about success. He's still on the search for his #2 driver and honestly, legitimately thinks he has a chance for the championship, even if it doesn't look that way at this time. So the first event is in your rookie season, and you're simply known as Driver 22. You are racing for Team 1. Though it's not clear what exactly that is. That may be something in older Grid games. I'm not exactly sure. But in this event, your goal is to meet Mateo Vega, another rookie. And after your successful race, assuming that you're able to be successful with that, you're hoping that Seneca Racing has noticed you because it is known that they are looking for that second driver. So then on to Event 2. It has you competing in an open wheel race. It's very evident that Marcus is still looking for his #2 race. He's watching very closely. Your goal for this race is to impress the Seneca Racing team principal by finishing 8th or higher. For my playthrough, I finished the event first and felt like I had to have really wowed him at that point. Event 3 starts with a cutscene of the current Seneca #2 spinning out and then eventually rolling one of their cars in what appears to be a car test. And it's clear that Marcus is fed up and has announced that they have let go of the second driver. This is when you get the chance to show your capabilities. We now meet Ajit Singh, the lead engineer. You can tell Ajit really loves the cars and really believes in Marcus's vision. He has the experience, but as good as he can make the car, the team still needs to find competent drivers to win the championships. From here, you get a chance to drive the Jetta G55 GT3 at Crescent Valley, which does seem to be the Seneca test track. Ajit guides you around the track for 3 laps to see your work, and most importantly, that you can bring the car back in one piece. I actually thought it was cool that the dialogue changed when I messed up a line, and he also told me at some point that I could go flat out through a corner I had previously let off the gas. I don't know how dynamic this dialogue was, but it really added to the experience. So for Event 4, Team Seneca has given you the #2 spot, and it's your chance to show your chops. This is also where we meet the #1 driver, Yume Tanaki. She has been with the team for 3 years and is a strong, passionate, experienced driver. From the dialogue setting up this event, it's almost expected that you will do poorly, leaving Yume to try to get all the points for Seneca, so your goal is to finish at least 10th to show that you aren't just another. Assuming you're able to be successful with this event, you have shown that Seneca has made the right choice in signing you and hopefully gain the attention of other teams as a real contender. With this event, I saw the most improvement over the last build in regards to car handlings. This race featured a Ford Mustang Mach 1 modified in the snow at Moscow. My G923 had great feedback, and I could feel when the slippery conditions caused me to lose traction, and I'm glad that even the curbs felt reworked. So moving on to the next event, after Team Seneca was successful in the first race of the season, Marcus thinks we need a rival to push us over the edge. He picks out Team Volts as the perfect team to chase. Event 5 is an elimination race, and you drive a Ford GT at the Yokohama docks. Your goal again is to finish P10 or higher, although now you have a driver on your radar from Team Volt's named Valentine Manzi. As long as you're able to rise to the occasion for this challenge, you're finally able to prove that Seneca is not the team it once was with the addition of you, Driver 22. Event 6 introduces us to Manzi, played by Shuri Gatwa, the star driver for Team Volts. He's cocky in an endearing way, I guess you'd describe as kind of quirky, but definitely has the chops. You can tell right off the bat that he will be a star driver one day, and you've caught his attention as another up-and-comer, and he's now got you in his sights as a rival as well. We also get into the head of Yume, and it's clear that she doesn't always agree with Marcus's choices, but just wants to win no matter what. The stadium truck race comes at a point in the season where Valentine and Driver 22 have been battling it out on track, and your goal is to beat the Team Volt's driver. This was actually a pretty tough race compared to the ones before it, and due to the buildup of the story, I definitely felt the pressure to win. So when I did finally win this race, it felt pretty good. And now, after playing through what should be about 8 to 10% of the story, I can definitely say I look forward to what comes next. This mode, I don't think will be what makes or breaks this game, though. I feel like the handling and racing was a lot better in this build, but that also could be due to it being a curated list of events. So when it comes down to it, if this game's multiplayer and handling models are great, then the story mode will be an awesome addition. I'm going to love it. If those two areas are lacking in the final product, this story, while nice, will not make people want to buy this game on its own. With that said, I really liked F1 2021's Breaking Point mode, so Driven to Glory, to me, being a huge step above in terms of story and production value, does add a lot to the game. Like I said, especially if the other aspects of this game are together. So it was nice to see this mode. I can tell that they put a lot of love into it, so I think it does give me some positive vibes going into this game, that there is a lot of love, but we'll see what happens. So I'm still waiting for that review copy, so don't forget to subscribe so you can be the first to see my review of that final product of Grid Legends, and check out any of my other content there. Just keep tuned, and I appreciate you watching. Again, I've got a couple other videos coming with this, so check those out on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.